What's up, y'all? Welcome to Urban Goddess Tarot. It's me, Bet. Okay, and so we got another 3 piles here, and this we're gonna see like who were you guys in a past life, right? I am so into past life. I'm so into past life readings. I am always super curious about different past lifetimes, and definitely how they affect myself in this present moment, and really how it will affect me in the future. I mean, we're all connected. All our timelines are connected, right? So again, I'm super into past life reading, so I just wanted to bring another one. If you go through my history, y'all, I did a one previously, so this is just another one I want to do for you guys. So we got 3 piles. So this one is pile 1. It's I made what's called one of them epoxy pyramids. So this is pile 1. This is another epoxy I tried to make. It's a diamond. Okay, and then this is a selenite wand pencil, really called a pencil. But so these are the 3 piles. Make sure y'all go down to my description box to check out the timestamp so y'all know which one works for you guys. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. Follow me on here, comment on here, and let's get going. So go down to the description box and I'll meet you at your timestamp. All right, y'all. So y'all picked pile 1. Okay, so y'all picked the pyramid. Y'all picked the pyramid. Y'all picked the... Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I be trying to, but I can't. It's just like I gotta make a tune out of everything. So we're gonna see who you guys are in the past life. I got my tarot deck here just in case I need to do additional, get some additional insight into this. Definitely gonna get some guiding messages, spirit messages at the end. So let's break this down, y'all. Let's see, who were you in a past life? So, oh, we got knighthood. Okay, so y'all could have been some kind of knight. Wars and battle. Get these closer so y'all can see. We got Egypt. Okay, so look at the pyramid. Look at the pyramid. And I promise y'all, I don't be looking at these prior to that. Imprisonment or slavery. Ooh. So what I'm going to try to do is pick out the most prominent past life energy. If multiple ones come up, then okay, cool. But I'm going to pick out the most prominent past lives that come out. So okay, so let me get some more of these cards out. 5 of Forces, summer and winter. The Ascent. Yeah, I can kind of get Archangel Michael. And we got Caught in Ruins. Okay, I'm kind of getting a gist already of like what was going on in y'all past life. So in your past life, you guys definitely was some kind of like warrior, right? Wars and battles, knighthood, always out on the front lines. All right, but you were very spiritual too here with the Egypt, innovative, right? And imprisonment or slavery. So some of you guys were forced to fight in wars or battles in your past lives. And so you could feel like you may have like an intense like Mars placement or conjunction or something. You could be a very physical person, right? You could like physical things. I'm getting a very muscular or toned body, maybe into sports. But in your past life, you were trapped a lot. You were not a free spirit. You are not a free person. I feel like, again, you were forced to do a lot of things. Even in Egypt, I feel like you guys were fighting in a war or in a time where how I want to say this, you guys were a part of a time frame in which wherever dynasty or community or country was a top country that fell. Okay, so you guys could have been in a place where I don't want to explain this, that crumbled, like you were in a place that was once on top and then went through some kind of war or battle or something, and they crumbled, they fell, they lost. because I feel like there was a lot of imprisonment, but I feel like you fought on a front line a lot to keep a dynasty alive, to keep a community alive during some type of time period. Because I do see there was a lot of battles that were won, but ultimately whatever one you were in were lost. The war, you know, you won a lot of battles, but you lost the war, and there was a lot of imprisonment, right? Archangel Michael is very intense. He's very structured. He's very straightforward, right? He wields a sword, right? So this could be in an area where swords were prominent. Definitely in the northern hemisphere, right, where summer and winter. So I do get very Egyptian. Well, they don't get winter, but I get very European vibes from this. Very German, very British, France. I heard allies, right? So I feel like actually you reincarnated a few times in time periods where there were a lot of wars and battles, where there was a lot of imprisonment. Look at these two, y'all. Like, some of you guys, again, take it how it resonates, but some of you guys could have been in jail in this lifetime. You could find yourself always fighting, a boxer, you know, something like that, where it's always a power struggle too, right? So you could find yourself right now, you are always in like some kind of power struggle dynamic. And I felt like these were people who were, you find yourself where people are jealous of your power, right? What you exude, what you show. People always want what you have, right? And so you might be dealing with that now. I feel like you guys were, these are two mountains, right? So I feel like, again, it's always where you always feel attacked. And that's a past life thing, because I feel like you always find yourself gaining some kind of accomplishment. And like people are hating on you for it, right? So people could try to rob you, steal from you all the time. I feel like people aren't open to your ideas. People want to shelter you. You kind of could shelter yourself from people too with these two. Not letting a lot of people in, not mistrusting of people. But I feel like your adaptability is up there. You, with the summer and winter, I feel like you're able to adapt a lot. Adapt to your situation. So you're quick on your feet. Strategic, right? But you reincarnated a lot of times in past situations where there were a lot of conflict and wars. You may find yourself in a lot of conflict where you have to defend yourself a lot. And it's always a power struggle or a battle. Yep. Let's see. Heartbroken, anxiety, happy family. You could have found yourself not really, again, like I said, mistrust, right? You feel like you can't really trust people. I keep hearing haters. I feel like you receive a lot of haters, or people who wanting what you have. And that gives you anxiety in this lifetime, because it's like, well, am I ever going to have a person who's genuine, right? Am I ever going to have a situation that is truly real for me, who's not going to hate on me, who's not going to want what I have? A family. Am I ever going to be able to have a family? I heard separation anxiety. So you in a past life was always separated from your family, from your friends. It's a level of detachment that you constantly had to go through, because you had to go off and do something, or be away, or not around, or you were in prison a lot, where you were segregated or separated from the rest of the pack, rest of the people. So you could deal with a lot of detachment issues. I heard king and queen time. So again, it could be in that France, it could be in that British, German, Greece type of time. More European though. Than Mediterranean, but still, I feel like you were always in a situation where you had to fight for what you wanted and for what you believe in. Some of the times too, I'll be honest, in this past life, you lost, right? You didn't get what you want, and you had to adapt to, I heard, a king's ruling, or what other imposed upon you. You had to adapt to a president saying that you have to go off into battle, into war, right? right? When I guess you feel like always when you were getting to a certain level, right? When you're getting to a certain place, there's some kind of power dynamic or power struggle or a situation that makes you, basically, you feel like you have to follow. You were always under the ruling or control of something or someone else. You could never feel like you could fully thrive. Yeah. So these cards, I was asking, like, what was your purpose? Like, what did you do in the past life? Support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Right. Support. Support I heard on the battlefield. You had to support a country or a town or a city. You had to support the king or the queen in their rulings. And you had to stop doing what you love to do, counseling. You heal with kind words, advice, and an empathetic ear. We got the king, we got Archangel Michael, right? So, and then we have music. Your connection to music is healing yourself and others. So you could have been this person definitely who did words, right? You could have been a creative soul. You could have been someone who did poetry or did words or counseled or helped. But you couldn't follow that path. You couldn't do what you wanted to do because you had to follow and support somebody else, a country or town, a situation. Again, go off to war. Go off and do something under somebody else's guidance and direction. If you didn't, you would be in prison, right? It was always, if you didn't, this would happen. So you're probably always in this tug of pull, going back and forth, a power dynamic between yourself and others in this life, because you always had to do that. You couldn't fully support yourself and do what you wanted to do. I feel like you were actually a softly, kind-hearted, more so kind of person who had to put this shield or this armor on, or this take on this role because of a guidance or direction to support what was going on around you. And awfully led to your imprisonment. Often led into you not being trapped and not being able to do what it is that you wanted to do. You could have been a slave in like Egypt, or in back in the other times, like 1800s. I'm getting like where there's armor and there's kings and queens and castles. And you could be feeling imprisoned in your own life now because it's like, damn, I want to do what I want to do. I want to be the person that I want to be. I want to have a family. I want to do this. But this comes first, right? I have to do this. I have to do what this other person says. I have to follow these guides and directions. All right? Yep. Big business, right? Control. Corporations. So some of you guys could work in that corporation. Maybe your career is just so heavy on you that you cannot do what you want to do now, what your true calling is, what your true purpose is, right? Because you're in this corporate life. And there's somebody, a CEO, a board or something that rules what you can and cannot do. You probably had to sign a clause to work for a company to say that you cannot intake or partake in certain different things, and even in your personal life, right? That is all past life. I heard what you signed up for. So what kind of emotions and things that you dealt with? Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And death. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. So yeah, change and transformation. Y'all, my words are just not with me. I'm sorry. You had to put on this pride, right? You had to put on this front. Because pride ain't nothing. Pride is good. It's good to be proud of where you come from, right? But it's something you show and it's something you display. You display that. You live in that. You had to put this armor and you had to display and show this pride for your country, for your city, for your town, right? You had to wave this flag of, who you are. This is what I represent. You can be a slave to that pride, right? That's what needs to change. And you need to become who you really are. It's heartbroken because you can never follow your own soul and what you want in your own situation. Okay. This is the message from your past life to yourself. I watch over you every day. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I am so much better now. So basically, to me, what this is saying is that you're in a better position now in this life, that you can do it, that you could do the things that they couldn't do. They was bound to, I heard, beheaded or slaved, right? If they didn't do what they were told, they were imprisoned. You have a better means now in this lifetime to do what you want to do. And they watch over you every day. And please forgive me. Please, they're saying please forgive them for not being radical enough, right? For not being able to follow what it is that they wanted to do. Have a family. Follow their divine path. Do the actual job that they wanted to do. Use words and use music and do those things. That's what they wanted to do. That's the kind of person that they were, an orator, right? This person, back in the day, you did a lot of, you may be good at speaking. You may be good at, leading, a leader too, like leading board meetings or a speaker in the forefront of something. But you was always forced to do other things. They said, take the leap of faith. You can do what it is that you want to do. You're not trapped. You're not trapped like they were, but you feel trapped, right? So they're saying they're sorry. This is your past self, right? This is what your past self wants you to know, and that they watch over you and they send you signs. And they want you to know that you don't have to go down the same road that they went. And these are the things that you struggle with in the past life, which was your inner child and alchemy, right? Exactly. Doing the things and manifesting what it is that you want. The inner child is stuck back and feeling trapped. And feeling like they have to follow these rules and these strict orders and putting on this front and this armor and having to detach. They was forced to detach. Always separated. And so you feel always separated. You don't feel in tune. You don't feel with, community, because you always have to go out and go away and go to war and go to battle and go to fight. So you had to put that lovey-dovey shit to the side. You had to put all that stuff behind you, because I have to put this armor on and I have to wear this pride and I have to, put all my personal things and fight for my country and fight for somebody else's dealings. Oh, dang, y'all. And rulings and orders and things that are being placed on me. All right, so let's get some messages. And that is going to be for pile 1. Yeah, this is a lot of inner child healing. When I see inner child, I know you're definitely still dealing with this. Focused intention. Keep unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. You will. Focus on what you want, right? And communicate that with Archangel Michael. You're guided and you're protected. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Exactly. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I am so much better now. They're healing that through your inner child. But how to heal that is that you have a better opportunity now to do what they couldn't do. Okay? Actually, I'm going to just get one more. Yep. Infinite supply. Your supply for today of all of your tomorrows. You can do it. You are protected. Archangel Michael is here. Believe in yourself. They're saying forgive them for them not being able to just do what it is that they wanted to do. And your guides are watching you every day. You are protected. Make the changes. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. You don't have to follow nobody else's rules. Get back to the core of you with this inner child and do the things that you truly want to do. Okay? Okay. Thank you, pile 1. Thank you for being here with this past life reading. I hope this resonates. Like, comment, share, drop them comments down below. Go to Urban Goddess Tarot on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Indigo _ the goddess, THA _ Indigo. All right. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye. All right, y'all. If you heard them, went to pile 2. All right, so you picked the diamond with the little flower in it. I tried to make her get one of those epoxy little diamonds, y'all, and it is so hard, but this is what I came out with. So, yeah, I picked the diamond. All right, so we're going to see what it is we got going on with your past life, and let's see what's popping. All right, so who were you in your past life? We're just going to get into some details about what your job was, what you did, what you wanted to do, just all kinds of things. All right, so we got transportation. We got communal living. We have trees. And we have phobias. Okay, so I'm going to pick out, again, I'm trying to pick out the most prominent past life, and I'm trying to stay on one. But if multiple comes out, or, you know, because I want to know how all of these past life affect you today, right? So we're going to see how that works out. So, all right. With that being said, so what I'm seeing now is that you guys, I heard locomotive, which is obviously a train. But basically, like, you guys traveled a lot. You traveled a lot. For some of you, this was before actual transportation, right? Some of you, this was before, like, locomotives. You guys traveled with, like, with herds and sheep. It is giving me desert lands kind of thing, but with a tribe, right? So you guys could have been back in, like, Native American times or Mayan times, but some of you guys definitely was around where you guys traveled with herds, sheep, a community. Some of you, I did hear Oregon Trail, so again, it could have been a little bit more, again, during that time where you guys were traveling from county to city, state to state, whatever it was back then. You just traveled a lot. Okay, and then trees. I'm definitely getting a lot of Native American vibes, though. I'm getting a lot of Native American vibes. I'm getting a lot of herbal, in the forest or around a lot of nature. So yeah, so I'm thinking it's well past actual locomotive times, 1800s, 1900s. I'm getting more back in very, very pre-dawn, like Mayan, Native American, tribal community type of situation. So phobias. So you guys could have a lot of phobias, right? You guys could suffer from a lot of things that you don't know why you suffer from these situations. Why are you scared of these things? So we have the fifth chakra. Some of you guys could have a fear of big city living, or the opposite, or some of you guys could prefer big city living and don't like the country very well, don't like drawn out spaces. So it could be one of the two, because again, we got a communal living, we're giving like apartment building vibes on top of each other, right? Or family. Some of you guys could live in a family setting. I'm also hearing Hispanic, but I'm just thinking, like, you know, where you guys kind of, because typically Asian communities and Hispanic communities live with their families in their homes, right? Extended families, not just mother and father, but grandparents and cousins and things like that too. Hell, even black families do it too. Everybody do it to a certain degree, especially these days. You know, times are hard, but definitely communal living, right? But you guys definitely could have phobias. There's some kind of traumatic things that happen to you with these phobias. Things that happen to you that you don't understand. Goddess of the moon, cornucopia, victory, adjacent possibilities. All right, and then I'm going to get Queen of Scrolls, Angel Gabriel, and Three of Roses. So we just gonna start with these. I'm gonna push this up. Okay, so definitely past life. I don't know if you guys have a hard time speaking up or saying things. You guys were definitely intuitive, right? You guys were definitely intuitive. You guys could have been a healer in your past life. You guys could have been the one who went out and searched for food in the past life. So there is a lot of travel. But I do, actually going out searching for, you guys could have searched for food a lot. So some of you guys could have a phobia or a trauma of like not having enough, right? Having lack. There's not enough food to go around to everybody. So I feel like you dealt with like scarcity a lot in your past life. I heard droughts. So when, there could have been a lot of droughts where you guys, so you could come from a line of like people who do farm or maybe have a green thumb, right, who grew their own food, and you depended a lot on the others in the community and also the earth, right, the trees, the world, to provide you food. And when one place would dry up, if there was no food in the other place, you had to uproot and leave and go to find food somewhere else. So you could have a phobia or a scarcity mindset when it comes to material things, right? Your home and food and even your car, though, even transportation. So you have a scarcity mindset to a certain extent in this time life because you could have had that. It could be a lot of codependency on family, though, trees or roots, right, where we come from, our stability. So you could have a phobia around that. And you could depend or be codependent a lot on communal living or family living because you're too afraid to go out on your own because you're not sure if you can do it on your own. Okay. But with the Queen of Scrolls here, I just kind of feel like you do have that. You do. You have the ability to go out here and get what it is that you want. And you are protected here with Archangel Gabriel. So it's about love, right? And not living in a scarcity mindset. It's a loving elements. You have you're connected to nature a lot. So I feel like in the past life, and I'm hearing native tribal drums, that you were in nature a lot. You may love nature. You love being outside in the trees, hiking, parks, things like that, right? Because you have a lot of elements, that are around you. Nature, loving elementals. Those are fairies and things that are, if you believe in that are out in nature. So you're divinely supported and guided. I feel like things pop into your head. You have an intuitive gift here with the Archangel 5th chakra. You need to start voicing up and speaking up for yourself. You might be one of many in your family that want to maybe change or do other things, but you need to speak up. This is what we do. This is how our family does, right? So this is what you're going to do. So that's what I'm saying. Even though it's communal living, I feel like I get a lot of codependency on family. Or wanting to stray away from that, but you can't. Some of you could be great at writing. Some of you could be a seer, have visions, right? So a lot of you too were I heard a prophecy. So I don't know if you are a prophet or back in the day, like you were the one who healed. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you were like a healer in your family, especially through food, especially if you like to cook, grow things. You're good at knowing where you need to be. You have good directions, so you're good at direction, north, south, east, west. You have a bit like you're never lost, right? It's like you always know where to go. That's an intuitive thing. You have a great sense of direction. That's what I want to say. Great sense of direction. Birds must talk to you a lot. You guys get divine messages from birds, from the elements, from animals, from plants. I feel like, if you guys have experienced or are experiencing hardship, that your intuitive abilities help you find adjacent possibilities. Like you always know where to go to find another option. You always know where to go to find something new, right? You always know how to get yourself out of a jam. But it's a phobia of having lack or even being without your family or straying away from your family. Because I feel like you never did anything on your own. There was always someone to help, or there was always people around, or there's always codependency or dependency. Because of a lack or scarcity mindset. If I'm not here to help, they're not going to have. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy, abundance, and you desire and deserve. Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Travel. Your life purpose involves travel. So some of you guys, like I said, heal through food. You're a great cook. People love your cooking. Some of you guys want to change your careers, right? You probably don't want to travel so much and be more in a communal living, right? Or it's the opposite. Some of you guys are stuck in this place and you want to branch out and you want to go things. You want to go cook in New York, and you want to go to France to learn under the shelf, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, you can do it, but don't be afraid of, you know, leaving people behind, because you can have victory. Because you've been up under your parents your whole life, or you've been with your family your whole life. There's other things, there's other possibilities. And you don't know if you'll be able to support yourself. You will, you can. You can. It's time for a career change. And not only career, it's just time for a change. This is awesome. And that you can feed people. You know, you're probably doing a job or something that you need to do, but this job supports my family. And maybe you're making $100,000 a year, and now if you do this, I'm gonna start out making, you know, 50. How is that gonna affect my family? But it's about your heart, and you're always gonna find a way. You always are gonna find a way. I want to move here, but my mom and my dad is here. It doesn't matter. Do it. It's in your blood to travel. And you will find nutrition and things that feed your soul along the way. This is crazy. Use that masculine energy. That masculine energy just does it, right? Look, more food. You don't want to be annoying, a nuisance. You don't want to disrupt. But you also don't want to waste this opportunity. You know, there's going to be an opportunity given to you, and you don't want to waste that opportunity. Mice are annoying, right? They're annoying. They are wasteful. They are like a nuisance, right? Maybe that's what this situation you're in has become. It's wasting your gifts and your talents, which again is, you could be a nutritionist, right? You could want to be a nutritionist. Something with food here. You could be wanting to travel to different places and just experience different foods. I love to do that. Hell, I love, what is that, a food critic or something? You could do that. Write documents and papers on different restaurants that are out here. And go to all the different countries and lands and places. Don't let something go to waste here. Okay? All right. Well, and these are like emotions and things that arise from past lives as well. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. You're indecisive. Because these are two very important things. This is your family. This is where you come from. This is your roots, right? These people, these roots, this situation has been my stability for so long. But another part of me wants to branch out. Y'all go do it. Look, happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. What makes you happy? Follow that happiness. Don't be afraid to be truly happy. You're afraid of your happiness. You're afraid of going out and getting that happiness. Because you feel like your happiness is supposed to be here where you at, stuck. Where you are, and that's not true. That is not it. It is truly about going out and finding what your happiness is. And that's a part of travel. Food. Distance. All right? I see all of your thoughts. These are past life, from your past life self and from your guides. I am just a thought away. Yes, you're definitely thinking about this. You're stuck in your mind about it. You're never alone. Look, these are two lighthouses. They are saying that you're never alone. That this spark, this guidance, this beam of light that is in you is divinely God. This is your past life self. It's saying, I'm here with you. I'm trying to, I want you to do what I was not able to do. And I'm guiding you. Now I have no pain. I feel like this person suffered. I do feel like this person suffered being stuck where they were. It was painful. All right? Tears cleanse the soul. Yeah, a lot of crying. A lot of pain, a lot of crying. But that pain is going to cleanse you to be able to move forward and go the distance and go do what it is that you want to do. It is painful leaving your family. It is painful moving away. Somebody could have passed away in your family. I heard a patriarch or a matriarch, the head. And that will allow you to be free to move on, to go do what it is that you want to do. You're no longer tied. Whoever's left behind got to fend for themselves, but boo, you got to go do what you got to do. Look, and this is pride. These are things that your past life are trying to heal through you. And temptation, yeah. For some of you who are in these big high places, you need to get out of your pride. You need to get out of your pride and go towards what truly makes your heart happy. Bury your soul, right? You're tempted to go, and some of you are tempted to just go in a career path that makes a lot of money but doesn't suit you. Don't do that. You know? You're tempted to stay where your past soul was at. You're tempted to just stay where you are, right? You see that past life stuff. You're tempted to just stay where you are because it's easier. You know? The arts. Express yourself through creative activities, which is cooking or whatever's creative, you know, whatever it is that feeds your soul. Inner wisdom and knowledge. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Go ahead. Bodies of water. Spend time near water such as a lake, river, or ocean to recharge your batteries. Cleanse. Let them tears flow. Look, bright future and prosperity. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. The universe is pouring its abundance to you. Be open into receiving. They're giving you these opportunities, adjacent possibilities, things that are going to bring you happiness, but you're going to have to make a decision and cry it out and get it out and move on. Move forward, you know? You're going to get an opportunity and it's going to bring stability to you. You will be stable in these changes. Don't have this phobia of leaving, you know, yourself behind. Think about yourself. You can't think about everybody else all the time. Think about yourself. Okay, pile 2? You are a diamond in the rough. Be that. And it's a flower just waiting to bloom. But don't be trapped in what you know or what's comfortable or what your family says or what, you know what I'm saying? Break free. Definitely break free. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Drop them comments down below. Follow me on Urban Goddess Tarot on TikTok, Urban Goddess on Twitter, Indigo the Goddess on Instagram. All right, and let me know how y'all feel about this. I love you guys. Talk to you later. So if we are here, you at pile 3. So you picked the selenite pencil. Okay, so. All right, I'm already getting intuitive vibes out of this, but let's see what, we're just going to dive into your past life, whatever comes up, but all of it is to see how this affects you in today's day and age, right? How does this past life energy affects you now? And so what I want to do is definitely look into that, and we're going to get some more information and just kind of see where we are. Okay, so let me break this down real quick. Y'all had got a lot of damn cards. I'm like, damn, pile 3. All right. Sorry, who were you in a past life? Let's see. You were Greek or Roman. I'm going to try to get I'm gonna try to focus on one past life, but if multiple comes through, then multiple comes through. Okay. Finances. Ooh, Atlantis. There go that's that selenite stick. And an orphan. Okay, so a lot of you dealt with Atlantis. Let's start with Atlantis real quick. So intuitive, right? Atlantis is from what I understand, Atlantis is when the Egyptian world started to crumble. Egyptians gave a lot of their technology and ideas and stuff to the Atlanteans, and so when their world started to crumble and go under sea, they were technologically advanced. They were intuitive. And they were you could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Don't have to be, but they but greed and everything kind of came into play, and they were sent underwater and destroyed and all of this. But they were this thriving community that was very rich, right? Egypt was very rich, right? So you could come from a very rich background. You could but I feel like with you could have issues or lack mentality when it comes to finances and family. I do feel like you were left out in the cold a lot. You had to fend for yourself a lot. And I feel like these two more so do tie together, and these two tie together. So you could have a Grecian background or feel the connection to Greece or Roman times. Definitely history here, but you definitely could have abandonment issues. You could have abandonment issues. You could be, but you're very intuitive. And I feel like there's a lack too when it comes to finances. Like finances come and go for you, right? Or lack thereof. So I feel like there is what you struggled with in a past life. You had to do a lot to get finances. You struggled a lot with finances. I feel like, like I said, I feel like your finances went up and down. At moments you were financially stable, and moments you weren't. And I feel like that kind of trickles into this life too. Greek Roman time is giving me like not a turn of a century, but there's a lot of that happened in Greek and Roman times. I don't know why I'm hearing fellowship or community. I feel like you had a lot of, I feel like you did very well for yourself in that time period, but also Atlantis gave you intuitive abilities, because Atlantis came before all of that, right? So I feel like you had this ego thing too. There's some kind of pride and ego thing that is you deal with when it comes to either your finances or your material. And with this Greek and Roman, it's all broken down though. You know what I'm saying? So again, there could have been a collapse of your empire or things that you have built in this lifetime. But there's definitely a sense of feeling left out in the cold, unwanted, not loved. And it's like an inner child thing that's going on too. You have to fend. You have to fend for yourself a lot. Okay. So let's see where we are. So we got patience. Look, door to value, the garden and the gate, and the sun. Let's just get these out here. Paths unknown. Oracles of Delphi. I do not know how to say that. Queens of Keys. Karmic Trench. Okay, I'm not going to go into these yet. So with this being said, yeah, like it took you a long time to make money. You had to wait. I don't know if it was a seasonal thing, but money, it came and went. When it came, you had a lot. When it went, you didn't have nothing. So I felt like you always had to wait for an opportunity or a moment to have money. It always was in the summertime. So you could have been a farmer. That's why Greek and Roman times came in, because they changed seasons. They go through winter time. They go through summer, spring, all of that. So I feel like you had to wait for your opportunities to make money. And so while in spring and summer and a little bit of fall, you had money, in the colder months, you didn't. You struggled. Okay, and you had to get by the best way that you could. So you could be partial to like the spring and summer time. You could be into like landscaping or something outdoorsy maybe, but you see a financial upflow in warmer months, springtime. Some of you had to get handouts, right? So some of you guys had to wait until somebody wanted to give you something, was charitable to you, an upper hand, an opportunity. Some of you guys wasn't allowed to do a lot of things here with the garden, the gate, and how she's behind this gate. Some of you guys had to wait. Some of you guys really were orphans in a past life. In one of my past lives, they showed me that I truly was an orphan. I was an orphan in a lot of my past lives, actually. You lived outside. Structures, you didn't have a home. You lived outside. You had to bathe outside. You just had to get by the best that you could. So some of you guys did stay around places that were that had water. So you could be partial to water, right? Summertime, water, things like that. But I do feel like you guys, in turn, though, lived in very rich places, though, in very rich communities. Greece, Roman, Atlantis. Very, very rich empires and rich places, though, but you were poor within those rich places. You didn't have full access to those riches. So you always felt abandoned, left out in the cold. Why me? Why I can't have these things that they had? You never know where your next meal was going to come from. You never know which way to go. You were kind of lost, right? You didn't know what to do. It was like you was always at a crossroads. You was always having to fend for yourself. Some of you could have been a struggling artist, a performer. I hate to say it, but some of you guys were used a lot. You could have felt used and discarded a lot. You feel like you had to do, I hate to say it, y'all, but you had to do things that you didn't want to do for money, that devalued you for money. To get ahead in life. Some of you guys was subjected to abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Some of you guys were put on display. You were ridiculed just in order to get money. People pitied you a little bit. That's why I'm getting like charitable things. But here with the Queen of Keys, in a karmic trend, that is definitely, yes, a karmic situation. You had to fight very hard. I do feel like in one past life, though, you did start to gain riches, right? You did start to gain a foundation with the Queen of Keys. Just like the Queen of Pentacles. You did start to build something for yourself that you worked very hard to get to. One of those past lives, you said enough was enough, and I'm going to pick a different path. And I'm going to do something different. And you did start to put your own talents out. You know, you did start to work for yourself. Create your own business. Create your own money. So you could be like an entrepreneur now. You did. Using your gifts and your talents. Some of you can like sing, dance, poetry, something in the limelight or in the front of something. I'm getting a little bit of an inheritance too. And I heard took you in. Somebody in the past life took you in. And also wanted to develop you, right? And left you like some money or something. That got you out of this karmic situation. And I keep hearing pitied the fool. Pitied you. Somebody took you in. Somebody took you in a past life or helped you out. And gave you a direction and gave you a foundation and gave you something to help you thrive off of. I don't know if it's like a grandma or a grandparent, somebody older, a mentor. Somebody gave you something. And for some of you, you did this on your own. You gave it to yourself. You changed what you want to do. I'm no longer just going to be a pity or orphan or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get to this money. How do I get to this bag? In this lifetime, you're meant to have so much more. You're gonna build on top of what you already know, what you already started. Oracle cards, freedom, Infinite abundance. I told y'all, you're able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So again, you guys could be tarot readers, okay? You can, obviously, you watching this, so you use this as guidance and direction. You're freedom. You're free to do what you choose. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be a beggar no more. You don't have to just get what was given to you. You started out doing what you want to do now. You're spreading your own wings and you're flying. And that's going to lead you to an infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So you're getting yourself out of this karmic hole, this karmic trench of working and working, or, you know, doing more than what you're receiving, not getting enough in return. You're going to spread your wings and you're going to fly. To hell with just getting what was given to me. I'm going to take what I want. I'm going to go after what I want. Yes, that is so true. Yes, just cutting out those karmic ties. No more karmic ties. Okay, let's see what messages from your past lives. No, let me see. What emotions and feelings you were struggling with. Self-esteem and peace. These are emotions you struggle with in your past life. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Being at peace with your past, you're being at peace at what you went through and moving forward. And self-esteem. You know, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. What's the key word? That benefits me. I told you, you're no longer just you're doing what's best for you. You're harshly cutting out things and situations, people, places, all of that no longer serve you. I'm not doing that no more. I'm going down a different path that is going to be fruitful for you. Here with the sun, that's going to be abundant for you, right? That you're going to have something to show for it. This is 30 and 31. Like, when you start tending to your own self and your own garden, your own gifts, you're going to open up the door to value. You just have to be patient. It took a long time to develop because you are going through a lot of abandonment issues, right? Why me? Why am I left out? Why was I left off of Badge and Bougie? But you wasn't. Okay? Have that self-esteem. That's what you need to embody. Have that self-esteem. Put yourself forward. Do what you do. You're going to have infinite abundance and freedom. You wasn't free to do what you wanted to do in the past life because you were stuck at what you were given. You weren't at a high social status level. You were in these rich communities, but you were low on the totem pole. Right? Don't be afraid. This is what messages from your past life self. Don't be afraid. I was met by so many loving people. I told you, you had got a helping hand and you're going to have a helping hand. Remember me by the happy memories we created. There's no such thing as death, and there is no time where I am. Time is only of the worst on earth. This can happen at any time. At any time you can change your situation. You just have to have the self-esteem, right? And look at these kids on here. I feel like that inner child is speaking to you. And it says, don't hold on to those past. Don't hold on to the hurt of the inner child. Okay? Don't hold on to the hurt of the inner child. There was loving people. I told you something along one of these past lives, somebody came and helped you and gave you a leg up. They did. Somebody came and had pity on you, right? And saw there was so much more to you. And they helped you. Took you in or something like that. And I told you when that person died or passed away, they left you something that allowed you to go in a different path or a different direction. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Okay? You have infinite abundance. You have a lot of prosperity. But you have to make sure that you don't keep feeling like you're getting a shitty end of the stick and living in that. Cut that out. Go after these things. Go after these opportunities. Seek them out. Procrastination, right? These are things that you are healing in this lifetime. Dreams and victim consciousness. What did I just tell y'all? Don't live in that victim consciousness, that woe is me. Yes, this is how your first 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of your life started. But that's not how it has to end. You have dreams, goals, and ambitions. You can get there. You can overcome these hurdles. But don't procrastinate and just think that it's going to come to you. You see these things in your dreams. You feel these things, right? Go after it. Don't procrastinate. Go after it. Let you be the light that shines bright. Let you be the sun. Okay? Let you be the sun. Let you be the sun. Okay? I'm sorry. I just channel how I channel. Sometimes it's proper English and sometimes it's not. Okay? Yep. Endings and beginnings. These are just spirit messages. Kali Ma. The old must be released so that the new can enter. You need to release this mindset that you have. Past life. The situation involves your past life memories. Yes. This is embedded in your DNA. And that's why it's so hard to shake, right? Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. I want to get one more. Look, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help you and others through teaching. In sacred space, like, yes, you have what it takes. You can do it. You can do it. Don't back down. Don't be afraid. Don't procrastinate. Let the cycles end. Let this past life cycle in. Don't be afraid. This is past life energy that's stopping you. You feeling like you hitting a brick wall while you trying to move forward and do things. Don't woe is me. Don't live in pity. Don't live in what just society, the world is giving you. Go get it. And along that path or something or someone is going to help you all along the way, and they're going to help you. But you have to transform. You have to go through a death and rebirth right now in your life so you can get to where you need to be. You are the High Priestess. Okay? Use these downloads from your past life and what they're trying to say and give to you so you can move forward. Okay? All right, Pile 3. So please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys would like a personal reading with me, my information will be down below in the description box, in the comment section. So definitely in the description box. So drop your comments down below. Follow me on TikTok, Urban Goddess Tarot. Go to urbangoddesstarot.com if you guys want to book with me. Love you, Pile 3. Bye.